Take a look at this little short nifty video. One could say that this is racially driven. You got the 13% right here attacking a white woman ponytail police officer. However, this black mob that brutally beats or attacks a white female cop, they were also, as only they could do, right? 13%, causing over 50% of the problem. They were also shooting at passing vehicles during a neighborhood block party. Now, I don't know about you, but we've had block parties when I was growing up in Brooklyn, the first 11 years of my life, and they were fun. They were off the chisane. The only thing I don't remember ever cars passing by. Maybe they did. I don't remember. I could swear we were in the streets and all that. Maybe they did. Maybe we just got scattered when cars were coming every now and then. So anyway, they had a block party. Of course, if you have sidewalks, you could have the tables with food on the sidewalks. Kids could be playing in the streets, and then they back off when a car is coming down slowly, like we did in Brooklyn. But if a car is going down fast, well, that could create a dangerous situation. Anywho, this is the Popos over there in North Charleston, South Carolina, were dispatched because these 13% on the way to college scholars, Roids would be the scientific name, Negroids actually, 13% causing over half of the problems, over half, shooting at cars that are passing by. Supposedly they had a makeshift spear, and guns were found. So of course guns are going to be found if they're shooting at cars just passing by during a block party. Scare me. I meant block party. Well, I guess you'd call it a black party. Speaking of black party and all that, this is anyway. Let's just stick to this right here. This information. Police said that that the officers have responded to a neighborhood block party after receiving reports of gunfire and people shooting fireworks at passing. Shooting fireworks. I thought they were shooting guns. Why would I think that? Why would I think that? That 13% of causing 50% would be shooting guns. Guns were found on the scene, a makeshift spear, but they were shooting fireworks at passing vehicles. Officers made repeated announcements to end the gathering. Disperse! Disperse at once! Leave the premises now! You know how they do with the megaphone or whatever. But despite those efforts, multiple fights broke out and additional gunshots were fired. At that point, officers exited their patrol cars and intervened to restore law and order and protect the public. Because, they're always here to serve and protect the public. How many times have you seen videos of the Popos pulling an innocent person over, these roadside pirates pulling an innocent person over and saying, show me your papers, show me your ID. Why, officer? I didn't commit a crime. I said, show me your ID. No, officer, I'm protecting my rights. Until you state that I committed a crime, I'm not showing you my ID. All right, I'm pulling you out of the car and giving you the beat down. I'm going to serve and protect you. How many times have you seen during a scamdemic all these New World Order cops, these order followers? How many times have you seen them fight the public that were protesting the lockdowns? Instead of saying, hey, fellow citizens, we Popos agree with you. We also don't like lockdowns. We're going to stand alongside you and protest. No, sir. No, ma'am. More often than not, they gave the beatdown. They fought against citizens that didn't want to be locked up during a fake pandemic. Remember that? Remember the time up north, those people on their front porch, their stoop, as they say up in north. It's a small front porch during the lockdowns, and the NWO cops were patrolling the streets and shooting rubber bullets at this people who were sitting on their front porch during the lockdown on their property, and they were shooting rubber bullets at them, saying, get back in your house, aka your cell, your jail cell. Do you remember that? So over the years, remember the defund the police shit? I didn't agree with that. I mean, we need to have some kind of semblance of law and order. However, these order followers, more often than not, are abusing their power. They put on their pants the same way you do, one leg at a time, but for some strange reason, they think they're God. They're supposed to be servants, but yet, and servants of the taxpayers like you all out there, like us, right? They're supposed to be servants, but the tricky thing is that yes, they are servants, but they're not servants in the respect that the master would be the taxpayer and the servants would be the teachers, the public employees, such as the popos. They're not servants in that respect. What they're doing is serving abuse of power more often than not. And over time, people are increasingly getting sick and tired of this shit. They're getting sick and tired of, oh, your tag, your license plate bulb is burnt out, so I had to pull you over, even though there's murders going on in the city, even though there's drugs and all. Even drugs, pulling someone over and putting them in jail because they had drugs. I mean, a plant, marijuana. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's a plant. It's a plant. Are you bothering anybody by having this powder in your car? I mean, are you killing anybody? Are you hurting anybody? Or is it just something you want to sell to someone else, like commerce? Or this whole thing needs to be rethunked because this is out of control. It's a slippery slope. Everything. That's why we are in a surveillance state. That's why we have flock cameras all around. Because you give them an ounce of power and they write these bullshit laws into effect, and then order followers enforce these bullshit laws. And then lo and behold, you wake up one day and you go, "What the hell happened? We're being surveilled. We got flock cameras. We got this. We got that. License plate readers. All kinds of shit. Big eye in the sky watching us. How did we get here? Well, because it's a mission creep. They slowly encroach on our rights, and we slowly give them up. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a law, so you should enforce it. Well, is that law constitutional? More often than not, it's not. And so people are now increasingly waking up and getting sick and tired of the tyranny, sick and tired of the nanny state, the surveillance state. And what they're doing is they're fighting back. Now, in this respect, I don't agree with this shit, with shooting fireworks at people, them having guns and a makeshift spear. I mean, what is going on with that? On top of the fact that it's the 13% that's always causes over 50% of the crime. So, but the way I see it right here is you got two gangs fighting against each other. You got the Thin Blue Line gang. It's a shame I had to say that because I really do want to back the blue, but it's increasingly tough to back them when they're always abusing their power, when they're always ruining people's lives. Take, for instance, Tennessee. Tennessee, fucking state troopers are pulling people over saying they're driving drunk, and these people are sober as all get out. They're sober. That's a thing. Go look it up in Tennessee. They're sober, but because the trooper said, well, I smell alcohol. You're twitching. You're nervous. Why wouldn't someone that gets pulled over by someone else, a state trooper, for instance, or other popos, why would someone not be nervous? Of course you're going to be nervous. You're getting pulled over with all the flights flashing and shit. You're getting interrogated. They demand your papers like in Nazi Germany. Don't get trigger bitch shoot. And these popos, these New World Order followers, can ruin your fucking life. Of course you're going to be nervous. Of course you are. That doesn't mean you're guilty of anything, but right away they said, oh, you're nervous. You're acting nervous. I mean, you're nervous. What do you got in the car? What do you got in the car? Show me your papers. So people are getting sick and tired of this whole thing. So let's take a look at this. Two gangs fighting each other. Music is weird. I want you to take a look at this cop that has his flashlight, but it looks like he has like a pitchfork, it looks like to me, shooting out lasers at the other gang. Take a look at this. It's weird. I've never seen this. The flashlight. Why you got a flashlight? Oh, it's not a flashlight. That's the actual pitchfork thingy. It's like two-pronged, like a magnet, but it looks like it's on fire and yellow. and shoots out lasers. That's what it looks like to me. Fat bastard. Yeah, that music's really weird. Alright, watch this. See that? Right there, right there. Did you see that? Let me shut the music off. Did you see that yellow thingy? I thought it was a flashlight, but then again, why would they have a flashlight in broad daylight? No. It's something that I've never seen before. It's just like a Taser 2.0. Do you see that? Shooting like some kind of, it's directed energy is what that is. So it looks like directed energy. Access denial, making them push back. Why didn't they use that on the invaders? You got drones with that technology. I said this for years and push back, access denial, but they never used that 5G technology on the invaders. Biden never did. It looks like it's operating like a flashlight during the day, but then it shoots lasers at the other gang. See that? Yeah. Yeah, the 13% gang, 13%. You know how they have 5% bodybuilders is 5%, like Rich Piana, 5%? Well, they should have a t-shirt for them, 13%. 13 over 50 or something like that. But you see that he's going to shoot his lasers at him. Or pulse, like zap him. That's what I got for you, man. But all the shit's out of control. The 13% is out of control, and so is the thin blue line. Police state, nanny state, that's what we're in. Surveillance state, look at that. But the 13% right here are not innocent. But this is what they'll use: technology on your grandma who's innocent. They'll use it on your dad who's innocent. Elderly people who are innocent. They'll use it on the lame, the crippled people who are innocent. This is what they'll do. Just because they're using it on these 13% gang, don't worry, they'll use it on a lot of innocent people, and that's the problem. They're constantly going after innocent people, and this shit's got to stop. People are getting sick and tired of this.